Even if I have a lot of money, I would always invest on properties. I might buy gold and keep it, not watches.
Certain nationalities, they think gold is the best investment. No, never. Watch is a much better investment. Plus, with luxury watches, you have always lucky buyers. The price, how much can be sold is not quite clear. Not like a gold. You cannot overcharge the market.
Meet Khaled, one of Dubai's leading luxury watch experts. In this episode, Zenofar expertly unpacks the world of luxury timepieces, challenging common investment myths, exploring the realities of the watch trade, and revealing why Dubai has become one of the world's premier destinations for collectors and investors alike.
Even gold and diamond are limited supply, right?
Who says that?
I'm saying that.
No, it's not.
So you are telling me that if you have money, then invest in watches?
It doesn't generate you cash flow, but it...
Somebody who has money and they want to invest in watches, what do you advise them?
Don't worry about learning everything. You just...
So it's a risk?
It's a very high-risk business. 15 years I'm running this business because I'm a man with high-risk appetite.
Those people who do not want to take risk in their life, they will always be on baseline.
Dubai is the one and only place that you can do this business.
Because they have cameras everywhere.
Almost in 24 hours, they catch every criminal. People who love watches, they can wear, enjoy without having any fear.
My question is, which is your favorite watch?
If I stick to one watch for the rest of my life, I would look at the practicality of the watch. I would choose.
And let me tell you, this is one of the most expensive podcasts which I have done, where we are sitting and talking over $100 million watches. Tell me something, which is the most expensive watch over here?
One of the most expensive watches is Patek Philippe 5990, the Ruby. Ambani got one of these ones too. This is forever waiting list watch. You know, it takes... they don't give this watch to anybody.
Is this for sale?
Oh yeah. Patek Philippe, they nominate who should, they choose. They want to have your CV in order to decide whether to give you this watch or not.
Oh, okay.
They see if you are an influential person. They see if you have a lot of other models, the basic models. You
so
know how to treat watches.
how many do they make in an
this
year?
one they make in a year, they say 2.
Only 2?
Yeah, it's a rumor also. They don't number them. They don't clearly say it. So the rumor says 2. And the experience says it's 2. They have in different stones. They have in ruby, blue sapphire, and green emerald.
So how much is that?
This is $4 million US.
Okay.
And there is one watch that it's right in front of your eyes. It's 13 pieces limited. It's a Richard Mille Airbus. You should guess which one it is.
No, I can't. I'm very bad in watches.
No, it's an Airbus. Look at the third row, the third watch.
Okay. This
First,
one.
second, yes. Don't the dial of the watch, the shape doesn't look like a airplane window.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so that's the Airbus collection. This watch is $2 million US, and only 13 pieces of this is made. You have to know it is $2 million right now. This watch in 2022 used to be $8 million.
That went down. You said from $8 million to right now it's $2 million.
There are pieces that price stays stable. They don't really go up. They don't really come down. Very minor. But they are, very minor changes. These are not most wanted models. But the most wanted models, they change all the time. If you compare Patek Philippe 5712 stainless steel, this watch in 2013 when I opened my business, I gifted myself.
Mm-hmm.
The watch was $20,000 US. The price of the watch went up to $350,000 US. But again,
$20,000 US is about like 70,000 dirhams?
Yes.
Okay.
So went up to $350,000 US.
Wow.
Today, the price of the same watch, brand new 2026, it's $200,000 US.
So in that case, I will keep it to myself and see when it's going to, hike up. That's it, right?
I always summarize it like this. If you choose a very good watch, if everything goes up, and the model you choose will be the first model to go up in value. Or if everything came down, lost its value, your watch will be the last piece to lose its value. So you choose the best model.
Tell me something. You're right in front of me. What do you judge about me? I'm not wearing a Rolex. I'm wearing only a Gucci.
Doesn't mean if you don't have a good watch, you're not a good person. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
No. It's not.
I have a feeling that if you're wearing Gucci, you can come up buy a watch. You will not buy Patek Philippe.
Okay.
That's what I understand.
You got that. Because it's absolutely right. Because even if I have a lot of money, I would always invest on properties. Because that's the way, it varies from different person to person. I might buy gold and keep it. I'm a diamond person. And if I want to buy for $500,000, which I really like it, I will buy it. But it'll be only a diamond or it'll be only a property, not watches. So, because the reason is you're absolutely right, because I have no knowledge about the watch.
Patek makes 65,000 watches a year. AP makes 45,000 watches a year. Rolex makes 1.2 million watches in a year. F. Pigeon, hardly they make 1,000 watches in a year. So these brands, they have limited production. They are not like a gold. They are not like diamond. So it's better investment. I know especially like some mentalities of certain nationalities, for example, Indians, they think gold is the best in the world. There's the best investment. No, never. Watch is a much better investment. Plus, with luxury watches, you have always lucky buyers because the price, how much can be sold is not quite clear. Not like a gold. You cannot overcharge the market.
But even gold and diamond are limited supply, right?
Who says that?
I'm saying that.
No, it's not. I don't believe it is. Even if they say it.
Okay.
Tomorrow a new mine can be found somewhere in the world and prices gets affected.
But depends.
And too much politics in the gold also.
Okay.
It's a commodity, too much politics involved in it with the banks, international institutes.
So you are telling me that if you have money, then invest in watches, which can give you a good,
It doesn't generate your cash flow, but it beats the inflation always.
Now, somebody who has money and they want to invest in watches and they want to make an investment that's not for fashion. What do you advise them? What do you want to say for them?
Don't worry about learning everything. You just come to the right person.
Oh, Lala, come to the right person. Okay. So, yeah. So Khaled is there. So please come to him if you have, if you want to buy some watches, he's there. And so if anybody wants to start a kind of business, what you're doing, do they really need to have a lot of money to do this?
To start a watch business, probably you need a phone with a bag. You can start. You can be a small broker.
Okay.
But if you really want to invest in watches,
Tell me broker. How do you do that?
You need to gain some trust. You put a security with a big watch dealer.
Okay.
You take few pieces.
How much do you think that security should be? Worth how much?
It depends what you want to do because, again, you want to take a $1,000 watch or a $10 million watch. Normally, these watches at the very high end, brokers that have no store, they have no reputation, they have no history, they have no staff, they have no location. These are dangerous watch dealers.
How do you say that? Is it because they might give a fake one?
It's a very high risk business. With any single mistake or error, they can just lose everything that they have and they won't be there to answer you. For example, let's say a new watch dealer came into the market 3 months ago. He buys a watch which is a stolen watch, okay, unintentionally, and he sells to somebody else, to his customer.
Okay.
And the customer finds out after 3 months. He goes back to the broker. Broker has no money to answer because he bought a watch for $500,000 and he sold for $5,000 profit. How is going to fulfill the $500,000 loss? So these type of watch dealers, they have to get lucky.
So it's a risk?
Oh, it's a huge risk. It's a very high risk business. Only few days ago, we sold a watch online through one of the e-commerce platforms, and the customer asked for refund. So the platform immediately refunded the customer. But once we received the parcel, we opened the parcel and
Don't tell me there was no watch.
it was in it a lipstick and a nail polish.
Are you for serious?
And he's the man who did the deal. He's on the corner, he's laughing, yeah? He's the one who did the deal. Yeah, then we reach out to the website and we said, look, you guys have refunded the customer. They admitted it's their mistake. They refunded the customer prior to confirming with us or we receiving the parcel. So the whole money is gone.
Wow.
And they said we are responsible to pay maximum of 10,000 dirham to your company because that's in the policy. Then we search 50 pages. We found one line. It's saying the maximum that they will take is 10,000 and the rest of the money is just gone. These kind of problems comes up.
Okay, so you do have these kind of issues.
No matter how much protocol you have, these things are going to happen.
So has it happened to you like this?
Oh yeah, many
of
times. 15 years I'm running this business, so I have all different type of experience because I'm a man with high risk appetite.
That's the thing. And I'm like, you need to have that ability to take the risk in your life. Those people can only come up in their life. And those people who do not want to take risk in their life, they will always be on baseline.
You know, people who have very conservative risk appetite, they cannot run this type of business. If you know, with the fluctuation of the currency will affect the value of your inventory. Fluctuation of the currency, fluctuation of the gold will affect the price of value of your inventory.
So which means that this business is not for those people who have very limited amount of money.
If you want to go by the book, yes, exactly.
Yeah. But if you want to dare, you dare.
If you want to dare and try, you get lucky with it, you make money, then you can try. But there is a high chance of these normally small watch dealers or new watch dealers, with the first mistake, they get disappeared.
Right. Have you ever seen a fake watch in your life which actually looks very real?
Seen it, and I had once purchased the watch also. Even the
really?
Yes, the matter is still.
When you purchased it, definitely you would have looked for it, whether it's a fake or not. You couldn't.
Actually, the purchase wasn't done that way that I got. I couldn't recognize the watch was fake. I got it from a friend as a security. He bought a watch from me for 1 million dirhams, and he put his watch as a collateral because he didn't have the full payment. I didn't bother to look at the watch because the guy had a good watch on the wrist and he was buying another nice watch. He gave us some cash payment. I didn't really look at that watch to check if it's real or not. And we put it as a collateral. But then after 1, 2, 3, 4 months.
As a guarantee.
As a guarantee.
Okay.
He couldn't fulfill his commitment. So I said, give me the watch from the safe. Let me have a look. So I need to sell this. And if there is extra cash, I'll pay him. Then when I look at the watch, I said, this watch doesn't look right to me. Then we checked, we found out it's fake. And still till today, the matter is in the court. It's not resolved because he doesn't have the money. That's why he put the fake watch.
Any idea where did he get it from?
Yeah.
He bought it from?
Yes, he knows where he bought it from.
Oh, and you don't want to tell it out?
It's his problem. In Rolex, it happens a lot because the fake ones or way advanced, they look like the real one very much.
Which means that if somebody is having a Rolex watch and they are saying that it is costing this much, so you know it from there that this is a fake or real.
See, 90% of the fakes on the spot from distance, I can say it. But there are fakes that are very good, especially in Rolex, that you need to open the case.
You need to really check.
Yeah, check with 10 megapixel loop, look at the movement, you have to open it, cross-check the serial numbers, check with the authorized retailer, maybe take it to the service center. So there are very good quality fake ones these days. In the past, 100% we were detecting, but it's not the case anymore because the technology became in the hand of everybody. In the past, just authorized retailers or the manufacturers, they had advanced equipment to manufacture these type of things. But these days, even a lot of companies, they They can give you almost identical watch.
You were working for a bank and then you left the job and you started this luxury watches. How did you do that? Because whenever you start a business, it's always a risk. And you had an amazing job, which, nobody wants to take a risk. So how did you do that?
So I was working for my dad as well, part-time, full-time for 10 years before joining banking sector. I entered into banking in 2010 and I resigned in 2015. So it was just 5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
Okay.
To learn the language of money and to network, to understand how multinational and international organizations work. That was a short period of time. I see myself not as a banker. I saw myself as a more entrepreneur and a businessman. I started my luxury Souq in 2013, my own brand. But prior to that, I was always in the watches since I was in high school. Buying and selling on the side.
You were doing it on the side.
Yes, even when I had a full-time job in the bank,
okay,
I was buying and selling. Even when I resigned in 2015, my company had started in 2013. So 2 years parallel to my full-time job, I was doing watches.
And you did go to Switzerland to learn about it, right?
Yes, it was 1 year. I did my master's degree in international business with a concentration in luxury goods management. So it was a private university.
Sometimes the watches which are not available in the market, you have it. How do you get them?
We have good networks of customers and watch lovers. We get through them sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly.
Is it something that you go and look for the customers and you find out, okay, you need this watch, and then you go and find it out and keep it in your shop, or you just keep it randomly, the best ones, you just buy it and keep, and your customers that they're gonna come to you?
Those days, that phase we have finished, where we go and look for these
now
customers.
They come to you.
They come to us, yes. They know us. We are quite well known all around the world, so they find us. They know we are the best buyers of these type of watches. We can afford. We have the knowledge. We know how to resell, not to affect the profile of the customer. A lot of these important watches, when you buy them at the time of resale, you can cause damage to the first owner, because if the boutique finds out this watch has been sold by the collector that they have nominated, they will go after that client and they blacklist them.
So can you reveal some of your customers who come to you and buy them?
I'm very conservative in giving out the names because sometimes it can cause problem for the customers. We had one very good friend, very good customer. He's from Europe. We did a photo and video and we posted and we had some fun. We even did some video together. He called later. He said, please don't post the video. I said, why is that? What happened? All good. He said, and I need you to resend me the invoice because I had some issue with the custom in Europe. So, sometimes they say, let us pass the custom and then you post.
Yeah, it happens because, people are watching and not everyone wants good for you.
Also their safety, like when you post them.
But talking about safety, Dubai being an amazing safe place. So this luxury brand of yours is actually a very good, place to start this business over here. But how do you think in other places, because it's not very safe like how we are safe in the UAE?
See, Dubai is the safest. There is nowhere like Dubai. It's not the many place to start. It's the one and only place that you can do this business. I have a lot of invitations from different parts of the world to open a branch of luxury Souq, and we refused. Even some people, they started making a fake luxury Souqs, different part of the world, which is not us. And when customers approach them, we say, yeah, this Khaled is our friend, but they are not luxury Souq.
Yeah.
So it's putting this much watches at one place. You're like a bank.
You are a bank.
Yeah, kind of bank with tangible asset, which is watches. So you cannot run this business everywhere. Some part of the world, in Europe, in US, there are people who are carrying weapons,
and you can get mugged very easily.
Yeah, you can get mugged with the armed weapon or even empty-handed. There is no safety basically. Dubai takes criminal crimes very serious, with all the cameras that
And
we
one
have.
thing about them is they're very quick in finding everyone because they have cameras everywhere.
Almost in 24 hours, they catch every criminal within less
I
than
want to
24
share
hours.
something like even when we had an issue, that concerned person was caught in about a day.
Dubai is one of very few cities in the world that people who love watches, they can wear, enjoy without having any fear. The city is full of cameras, very advanced technology. The way they look at the crime is completely different. They, here authorities, they have fingerprint, they have eye scan. If you're having multiple passport, even you want to do something dodgy, they know everything. So
Very true.
people feel safe here.
Yeah,
And
it is.
I can say there is, I would love to do this business in Dubai or nowhere. Even if I do anywhere else in the world, there never ever will be this amount of watches.
I just saw recently Anant Ambani had, his wife, somebody reposted your...
It was Isha, Anand's
Okay.
sister. Yeah, I heard about that as well from a lot of common friends. Probably I missed out seeing it myself. This videos goes virals and a lot of well-known people, they see it and they're following us on Instagram.
Then, okay, what is your relationship with Anant Ambani? I have seen you going for his wedding, so I'm sure you would have sold some watches to him.
A lot of my customers are Indians.
Tell me something about them, something interesting. What kind of watches do they buy?
They know what they want. They only want the best. When you talk about watches, investments, celebrity, something to be proud of, they're all price minimum at least is $50,000. It's just the basics. Otherwise, nobody talks about investment on a smaller volumes. So we have a lot of celebrities. Anand is a good friend. And
how many watches so far has he bought from you? I'm curious to know.
I told you I don't really count because
okay, so it's countless
it gets
watches what
affected.
he's bought from you. What kind of watches do they buy? With the diamonds or,
Anand is very humble, probably the biggest watch collector in the world that I know. Not only that, I know a lot of other people, probably they have half of what Anand has or the 60%, 70% of what Anand owns. Not only that, it's important how much influence he has in the watch market. Anand makes everybody around him to love watches. One very obvious effect that he had on one of the richest men in the world, I'm sure you have seen that video, right?
Which one? I have seen
Mark
a lot.
Zuckerberg with his wife.
Oh, yes.
He had the Richard Mille showing them. They were asking, which watch is it? It looks cool, Mark's wife was saying that. And then Anand was explaining that this is called Richard Mille. It seems they had no idea what is Richard Mille.
Is it something like when they buy the watches, they know in and out about the watches?
Maybe not at the beginning. They take the influence. And from that moment till today, I've been watching Mark Zuckerberg. He has one of the best watches in the world. He keeps buying Dubiton, he keeps buying Patek, AP, all the best watches, F. Pigeon, the watches that are very difficult to get them. Mark Zuckerberg is wearing on his wrist, considering this guy was an Apple guy watch.
Yeah.
He just wears Apple. I used to see customers who walk into me say, the world richest man has Apple smartwatch like this. But no, he started.
He's completely changed.
Yeah, he's completely changed. He might wear Apple, but he has all these big, very well-known watch brands too. So once you get addicted, you get to know how beautiful his world of watches. And then...
But like, as you said, it's 20% only for the ladies, right? So I come in that 20%, isn't it?
When it comes to luxury, the only jewelry a man can have is a watch. Most cases. But when it comes to women, they have other options. They go with the sandals, with the Hermes bag, with the diamond ring, earrings. There's a lot of other options.
We have a lot to buy. We have a lot to wear. And yes, I agree to you that men, when it comes to luxury, yes, watches are something. Watches and shoes, yeah, that's the most. That's what I mean. Most of the men whom I have encountered with, they always say it's the watch or the shoes which brings a definition to that man. I'm like, oh, okay,
I say watch and cars are men's two best friends.
cars.
Yes.
This is only for the people who can afford luxury and not for those people who are like, okay, fine, they can, and not in millions, but in few hundreds.
See, I dare to say I changed the concept of the luxury world. There was no humor and sense of fun and entertainment in the luxury watch market. It was always very serious, very boring sometimes for people who cannot afford. Even sometimes people who can afford, they know how valuable are these goods. They were scared to walk in even to the showroom. I was a student once upon a time in Switzerland. My window shopping hobby was looking at luxury watches when I had a lot of free time when I was a student. Some boutiques, you were even scared to go in and point to the watch and ask for the price. I broke all these pillars. I thought even people who don't know about watches, you should mix up with them, understand them, they understand you. So you bring this topic of watches and passion and you create some fun around it, and they start to love watches too. They can start from entry luxury brands, then until they make it to the top of the game.
So what is your starting price range? Starting, not the highest.
We do 60 different luxury Swiss-made watch brands, the entry levels, or like Longines, Tagwer, so Concord, Ebel.
So that is, what is the starting price for them?
Breitling. It's you for $1,000 you can buy a watch. Yes, you can buy a watch for $1,000, and that watch can last forever. Also, it's a Swiss-made watch. The more extra that you are paying for whatever comes around the watch itself.
So tell me something. See, you have watches for 5 million, 2 million, 1 million. Okay, I do have few millions, but when it comes to watches, I do have houses too. Okay, but I would go for a property because that gives me a resale value. But imagine I am taking a watch from you for 2 or 3 million. Do you think I can resell it for a good price?
Watches always, they beat inflation. The historical performance of luxury watches. Whenever I am one of the, I don't want to say biggest collectors. I'm one of the decent collectors. I park my money in watches as well. Definitely, I understand. I calculate the opportunity cost. Watches are investment. I'll give you a recent example of the last 2 years that why watches prices are going up.
Okay.
Gold is an investment or not?
Yes.
It's an element in many luxury watch. It's a raw material. So if gold price goes up for $1,000, the watch price gets affected 5 times more. Okay? And all the watches are official retail price. The retail price by the manufacturers are changing 3-4 times in a year. Every quarter they are increasing their price for 3-4% because the cost of production is increasing. The companies, they need to beat the inflation. Retail is going up. Swiss franc recently, it's very strong against the US dollar, and the watch price is going up.
But
so
where can we sell this?
I buy back all my watches.
Okay.
There are many people like me all around the world. They watch is a token. It always has a resale value.
So that's really amazing because I didn't know that it can be an investment, because I know of gold for sure. I know properties, we buy and then we sell it, So yes, this is something interesting. And so which means that if I come here and buy a watch from you for say 1 million or 2 million, I don't like it later on and I want to come and sell it to you, I can sell it to you.
You see, when you say watches generally, you have to understand the market and the products before investing money. Yes, because when you say watches, if it's a fashion watch, it never brings you a resale value.
Absolutely.
Like what? Like a Chanel watch.
True.
Like a Gucci watch. These watches are...
Only for
this
fashion.
is not watches, it's a fashion. There are jewelry watches, there are mechanical watches. So you have to understand Most important brands that people look at it as a perspective of investment, resale value, it's 5 brands these days. It's Patek Philippe, Richard Mille, AP, Rolex, and F. Pigeon. But other brands sells except these ones? Yes, there are people who do not really care about resale value. They have a lot of money. They don't look at the things as a resale value. You know, there are different level people as well. Or they're not into the game of investment through watches. You understand?
And as we talk in this podcast, I just saw a few of your customers came and they picked up few watches from here. So you have customers every day?
Actually, you know, we never close. We are open 365 days in a year, except the couple of days for Eid holidays. We never close. We are always operating. There is no weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We work all the time.
And what watch are you wearing?
I'm wearing Richard Mille Boba Watson. It's RM55. Boba Watson is the American golfer. He plays golf.
What is your favorite watch? Because everybody has one favorite watch. I know you're a watch collector, but there has to be one favorite watch of yours.
It depends on the occasion. My favorite can change by time.
You can't be very. My question is, which is your favorite watch?
If I stick to one watch for the rest of my life, I would look at the practicality of the watch. I would choose Rolex. And which model? Probably a date just 2 with a date function. I love watches that has date function. Automatic with the date function. You can wear in the pool, on the beach.
And if you were not a watch dealer, what would you be?
Watchmaker, probably. Yeah? I mean, it's completely two different things.
No, don't. I mean, if there is no watch in your life.
Yeah, because you know the watch dealers buy and sell watches. Watchmakers, they create watch.
Okay, watchmaker, you create watch. But
I
little away from the watch section.
Yes.
I want you to bring you to a place and say, okay, Khaled, you're not a watch dealer, you're not a watchmaker. What would you like to be?
I would work on a marketing company that focuses on watches.
Okay.
Yes, product photography.
I lose, you win. So it's been very lovely to have you on our show. And do you want to say something for young generation?
Young generation is very smart. It's not like our times where your father had to be a watch dealer for you to know about watches, or you have an uncle, an auntie who knows about watches. She's rich. She wears expensive watches. Then they know about, you learn about it. Nowadays with social media, information is everywhere. But I think it's good for the kids to have sense of responsibility. You know, when I give an expensive watch to my kids, I teach them where to wear, where not to wear, how to take care of it, how to store it, to take permission from mom, when to wear, what to do. You know, it gives them sense of responsibility, and you will teach and train the kids what is fine art means, why you have to work hard. There is no limit in the world. The more you work, you know, it has a whole mix of messages.
I'm looking at you as an amazing father as well right now. So did this watch experience teach you to be a good father too?
I give example of watch to my son. I tell him, you want to have a G-Shock or you want to have Patek Philippe? Then accordingly, you should study and focus on your goals. You know, I give examples of watches because even sometimes my wife says, you don't have any other example to give. I say, all my examples are around watches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your all examples are around the watches. So you are learning a lot. And tell me one more thing, a last question for you. What does the future look like?
Watch industry future will be very bright. And it has always been there. If you look at the official statistics that comes out by the Swiss Federation of Luxury Watches and Export, if you read them on fhs.ch, that's a very useful website, you will get to know more numbers of watches is selling year by year since last 30 years that I know about watches. So statistics says the future is bright. But some brands that really do not put effort into marketing, they will be waived. They cannot survive for a long time because the other brands will take over.
I must tell you, you're a very good watch influencer too. Because if I stay with you for some more time, I might end up buying something now.
You're not fully aware of what you're thinking because you will be buying one from me soon.
Inshallah. Inshallah. I will, definitely. Thanks a lot
Thank you.
to be on my podcast. And it's been really amazing to have you on our show. And we've learned a lot from you.
My pleasure. Next time when I see you, I want to see Patek on your wrist.
I will. Definitely. Inshallah.
Nothing less than Patek.
Okay.
But if it didn't happen, Rolex is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your favorite
Yeah.
Rolex.